ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of NXT before we crown the first ever NXT champion at Extreme Rules. This night is going to determine what two men will be challenging for that championship, and it will be under a stipulated matchup at Extreme Rules as well, as we can reveal exclusively here on NXT that every matchup at Extreme Rules will have a stipulation, and NXT will be competing. Well, we'll just say it at the end of the show, so stay tuned for what matchup the NXT Championship will be delivered in. But as you can see, the first man walking towards the ring, Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, he's more than proved himself. The King of Diamonds, the War King, whatever you want to call him. Eddie Kingston is certainly a man's professional wrestler. He's been on every single place that you can think of. Chikara Grand Champion, CZW World Heavyweight Champion. Eddie Kingston, he's been all over the world, but then his opponent here tonight, he's been more of a new oddity, I guess you can say. The Indiana-born Division I football player. He has certainly been making his own across so many different companies. MLW is certainly a company that he's been building himself up in, especially in GCW as well. He's a former DPW National Champion, IWA Mid-South Heavyweight Champion, MLW World Tag Team Champion with EJ Nuka, and New Wave Pro Wrestling Crossroads Champion as well. Calvin Tankman, you can just see the things that this man does in this ring should be impossible for someone his size to do, but as we've seen in the past couple of years, anything is possible. And Calvin Tankman, what a, opportunity it would be for this young man if he's able to actually, knock off Eddie Kingston. Any of the matchups here tonight have huge pay-per-view implications, and you can see that Eddie Kingston, he's got that shoulder taped up during his matchup with Dalton Castle, who certainly banged himself up a little bit, but here we go. Eddie Kingston and Calvin Tankman. One of these men is going to walk out with a pay-per-view matchup at Extreme Rules, and Calvin Tankman already spinning Uranagi takes down Eddie. And now, no, Eddie Kingston just not even letting Calvin Tankman get any bit of offense. And there you go, trying to take down Tankman. And wait, there you go, that time he did with an STO. But like we were saying, ladies and gentlemen, NXT is not going to be a weekly show. It's only if we need a new NXT champion. And Calvin Tankman just cleaned Eddie Kingston out with a discus clothesline. So as soon as we get that NXT champion, we won't need another episode of NXT. Look at that. Calvin Tankman just flipping off Eddie Kingston. And look at this now, taking the shot. Both of these men determined in their own right to walk away as NXT champion. That time Tankman gets closer. And that time he gives him a smack. But like I was saying, NXT will be back on the air as soon as we need a new NXT champion. And you will be seeing a new brand of roster. You will see new competitors. You will see old competitors. You will see a bunch of men who will be striving to win that NXT championship. Oh my God! Sending Eddie Kingston into the air and almost over the ropes. And that time he did go to the outside, but Tankman clearing the top rope and on top of Eddie Kingston. The crowd here in Orlando, they're just absolutely ecstatic. Big lariat turns Eddie Kingston all the way inside out. But now Calvin Tankman, getting rid of the trash, tosses Eddie Kingston back into the ring. The NXT Championship is certainly it used to be a sign of you've made it and you're about to be even further. That's basically what that championship used to represent. Now it's all about, this championship can lead me to a lifetime of legacy, or it can lead me to my next chapter in my career. Because remember what the NXT Championship can do. You can hold that championship for as long as you want. But the problem is that you will have to defend it like a normal championship. But you can defend it anytime, or you can cash it. You can cash it in for a championship match of your choosing. It doesn't matter what championship it is. You can challenge for any championship of your choosing. And Calvin Tankman, he's looking right down at Eddie Kingston. What is Tankman doing here? He might be a little trapped. Look at this now. Tankman just trapped in the ropes as Eddie Kingston continues the strikes. And that time Calvin Tankman did not have enough, to fight back against Eddie. But now he does now. It looks like he was going for a reverse STO, but Tankman going to get the counter here. Uh-oh. Tankman, locks around and hits a German suplex on Eddie Kingston, and again. But now Calvin Tankman looking to take Kingston down. Yes, he does, as he slams him down with a German. Calvin Tankman now looking at Eddie Kingston, follows him to the outside. Remember, you have to, if you're going to be able to walk out of this building and you're able to, challenge for the NXT Championship, you got to make your opponent, certainly beat down. I mean, it's almost like the final boss. It's almost like the final boss fight before you actually get to the championship. And look at this now, Eddie Kingston taking control of Calvin Tankman as he delivers those kicks directly to the face. And it's almost a fight of who can hit harder, because right now, it is certainly a stalemate between these two. Calvin Tankman with a chop takes Eddie Kingston off of his guard, going for a power bomb. But Eddie Kingston able to pop Calvin Tankman over his head. Impressive strength from the War King. But now Eddie Kingston, whoa, taking advantage. He's got that Kimura lock locked in on Calvin Tankman. The tank might be stuck. Eddie Kingston is, a mastercraft of submissions as well. But now Tankman able to roll out of that Kimura lock. He could have lost his arm there, and it looked like, Calvin Tankman, he moved out of the way of that enziguri, and now, he's got Eddie Kingston in the middle of the ring. Boom! Face first goes Eddie Kingston. And Tankman again, he's, no. Just clocks Kingston right in the back of the head with a lariat. 1, 2, no, not even a kick out at 2. Eddie Kingston, he's still got a lot of fight within him as he slams Tankman down with an STO. Eddie Kingston now pulling Tankman up, and he hits him with the back fist from the future. That's it. Eddie Kingston hooks the leg. What? I thought this matchup was not going to be over, but I did not expect Calvin Tankman to get a kick out at 1. And now, Eddie Kingston trying to go for something big there again, but Tankman able to roll him over. And now as Calvin Tankman, could be looking for the Tankman driver, but no. Kingston taking out the leg. Calvin Tankman known for that devastating driver. It was last week that we saw him give Shelton Benjamin that driver, and that was what led him to his victory. And face first goes Tankman on the outside. Eddie Kingston utilizing his environment to his advantage. And that chop just taking Tankman down the sides, but Kingston trying to cave a hole in the chest of Tankman, so to speak. And again, a running chop takes down Calvin. And now, Eddie Kingston now firing away with these punches. And like I was saying, both of these men have their own accomplishments in their own right, but Eddie Kingston, he's always been that one guy who never quite made it. I mean, not my words. I think he's a phenomenal competitor, but right now, it's almost that veteran instinct that's kicking in on Eddie Kingston. But Tankman, he's got to utilize that power. Boom! Man, what a slap. That slap directly to the face knocked Eddie Kingston down the sides, and Eddie Kingston is struggling to stand as he lifts up. No, he gets lifted up. Calvin Tankman, big beast bomb. And look at this now, Tankman scurries into the pinfall, hooks the leg. Tankman could have him put away, but no. Eddie Kingston with the kick out. Now Calvin Tankman climbs to the top. What is he doing? Oh my God, what is he thinking here? Big moonsault from the top from Calvin Tankman. What a maneuver, but Eddie Kingston gets the kick out. My God, Eddie Kingston rolling to the outside, getting a bit of reprieve for his shoulder. Tankman just an amazing moonsault. What in the hell is this? Calvin Tankman has him up in a superplex position. Spikes him down with a driver. The Steiner screwdriver, as Hall of Famer Scott Steiner likes to call it. But now Calvin Tankman looked like he was going to get back into the ring, but he thinks he might just want to get this over with and get the pin on Eddie Kingston. But now, look at this, Calvin Tankman just attacking the legs. But now, what is Tankman thinking here? He's got Eddie Kingston. Look at this, he's got him in like a Rings of Saturn position here. And look at this now, he's just pulling on Eddie. Both arms just destroyed. You can just see the torque that is on the shoulders of Eddie Kingston. Calvin Tankman is certainly playing it smart, but Eddie Kingston able to take down Calvin with a running strike. But Tankman getting back up to his feet again. Kingston trying to fight. trying to fight the best to his advantage. But now, Eddie Kingston pulling Calvin Tankman away. And wait a minute, he's got him popped up on the top rope. Spikes him down with a DDT. That DDT may have just rang a few bells on Calvin Tankman. And now Eddie Kingston just pulling Calvin Tankman back with a crossface. And you can just see, look at the position. Look at the positioning on this. Just Calvin Tankman trying to pull at the arm, but he knows if he taps out, it's going to be his last opportunity. But Tankman with the elbow to the face, he gets out of it. Tankman struggling to stand, but big right hand. And again, a lariat to the back of the head. Eddie Tankman, yes. Calvin Tankman and Eddie Kingston, both of these guys. Look at this big moonsault again from the top. This time, Eddie Kingston looks to get the pinfall. No! Eddie Kingston still with the fight within him. He gives a Tankman a shot directly to the face. That is what this means. Trying to go for the spinning back fist, but Tankman fights it off. Boom, and he slaps to Eddie Kingston down to the mat. But now Calvin Tankman off of the springboard with a crossbody, nearly squishing Eddie Kingston under his own weight. And now Eddie trying to get some sort of reprieve as he climbs into the corner, but that might have been his downfall. As Calvin Tankman, look at the strength of the tank. Oh my God, a burning hammer, dropping Eddie Kingston right on his head. Tankman now rolls Kingston into the pinfall. 1, 2. Eddie Kingston grabbing the rope instinctively. Eddie Kingston still in the fight. Eddie Kingston holding at his head. He is certainly not, at 100%. But Tankman is in full offense, and I don't know how much Eddie Kingston is going to have, left to continue. And now Eddie, look at this now, fighting back with the right hands. Eddie Kingston moves him away. Big knee directly to the face. And now Eddie Kingston, no stopping him here. As now he pulls him away. And again, another knee. Eddie Kingston has to take his time and liberty on Calvin Tankman here. And Eddie Kingston's running out of opportunities as Tankman rolls to the outside. And Calvin Tankman, look at this now, Eddie Kingston, he's pulling Calvin Tankman here, and look at this, just he strikes directly on the chest, lighting up the chest, and he's just cinching it in. No, Tankman goes face first to the outside. Eddie Kingston, no rest for the wicked. And Eddie Kingston is utilizing more and more offense to take down Tankman here. STO takes down Tankman. And Eddie Kingston with a little bit of left in the tank. No, he moves out of the way of the baseball clothesline. And Tankman with the amazing strength just drops him down for a body slam. And now just with the onslaught of elbow drops. And he gets a little bit more high elevation for that one. But now, Calvin Tankman with Kingston in his grasp. Calvin Tankman could be looking to put this matchup here and away. Man. Big power bomb from Tankman. And again. But no. Calvin Tankman slams Eddie Kingston down to the ground with triple power bombs. I would act more surprised, but my God. What is it going to take for either of these men to take down the other and get the 3 count, or to make them tap out? Because Eddie Kingston is firing away on all cylinders. Yes, he keeps continuing with the strikes. He's lighting him up, and he hits the back fist. Calvin Tankman. Wait a minute. Eddie Kingston, it looked like he was going to put him away. Realized he was too close. Another back fist. Back fist from the future. Blood sinking down the face of Calvin Tankman. Eddie Kingston hooks the leg. 1, 2. That's it. Eddie Kingston moves on, and Eddie Kingston is going to Extreme Rules to challenge for the NXT Championship for the first time. One hell of a matchup. Calvin Tankman this is possibly one of the best matchups in the tournament, and Calvin Tankman has nothing to be ashamed of. But it is Eddie Kingston who will now be moving on to Extreme Rules, and Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, finally getting the opportunity to step up to the world plate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one match down and one match to go. And we are finally going to find out who is going to be Eddie Kingston's opponent at Extreme Rules for the NXT Championship. And if we want to talk about men who ran NXT, this man was NXT itself. He won the first ever season of NXT back when it was a game show. But now, Wade Barrett, with a championship in mind, he looks to revive what he did almost 12 years ago, 13 years ago, actually. 13 years ago. And during that time, this man has picked up five-time Intercontinental Championships. Former FCW Tag Team Champion, OVW Southern Tag Team Champion, Wade Barrett. He had a somewhat undermining career in WWE before he eventually left, but now he's here in GPW, and now he is one step closer to becoming the next big, well, I don't even want to say next big thing. He is going to be the top of the mountain if he's able to best his opponent here tonight, Penta El Zero Miedo. But Wade Barrett, he's going to have to put down one of the most intimidating figures in professional wrestling. Penta El Zero Miedo. In the short time that he's been in professional wrestling, he has caused such a wave in the IWC and all around the world. I mean, just going off of his numerous accomplishments. I mean, some of the big ones include being a current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with Ray Phoenix, former PWG World Tag Team Champion. Just going through all of his accomplishments, MLW World Tag Team Champion, along with Phoenix as well. I mean, Gift of the Gods Champion from Lucha Underground Champion, won Aztec Warfare, AEW World Tag Team Champion, AEW Trios Champion, AAA Latin American Champion, AAA World Mixed Tag Team Champion, AAA World Tag Team Champion. I mean, Penta El Zero's done it all, and he'll snap your arm just because. But now, you know, with all these accomplishments, Penta El Zero just looks to add even more, you know, to the decorative wall that he has full of championships and accomplishments. And Penta, you can just see the absolute aggression on the face. Penta relying on pure intimidation, power, and fear to defeat his opponents. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Wade Barrett, Penta El Zero, who is going to challenge Eddie Kingston for the NXT Championship at Extreme Rules. Here we go, Wade Barrett already firing away. Oh, trying to go for a super kick. Penta moves out. And now Penta trying to take Wade Barrett off of his gain. And as Penta just looks down at Wade Barrett, what is he doing now? Oh no, Penta just targeting the arm. I told you, he will snap your arm immediately. I mean, if you've seen him in Lucha Underground, he basically just snapped arms like it was nobody's business. And now, with Penta, Sling Blade, oh, and a drop kick to the side of the head. Such a clash of styles that we have from Penta's high-flying ability, and technicality abilities as he delivers that big shoulder prowler bomb, but no, Wade Barrett immediately with the kick out. And now as Penta El Zero looks to take the full control, big forearm knocks Penta right off of his game, but now Wade Barrett looking to take control. Whoa, has a big spine buster, slams him down, floats right into the pinfall here. 1, 2, no. Penta able to get the kick out. Penta El Zero, oh no, come on, Well, I was gonna say Penta El Zero looked like he was getting the offense up on him, but now it seems as if, now he is. There's a big super kick. Penta's trying to get that, upload, or I guess he's just wearing down the limbs of Wade Barrett, and right now it seems like he's trying to break the fingers of the creator of the Bullhammer. And I mean, Wade Barrett, he has passed, 2 other men, and look at this now. Big roundhouse. And a chop, and knocks down Wade Barrett. And Penta L0, I don't know what he's thinking. Oh, he pulled Wade Barrett up to his feet and delivers a big headbutt. And as Wade Barrett just continues the fight, we just got to think, oh, wow, I thought he was going for a sidewalk slam. Pops him up into a power slam, and he just went right back down. But now, Penta L0 taking full control of the matchup in his favor. Oh, and a cannonball senton from the bottom rope. Penta's, you know, he was willing to put down his own brother just for an opportunity at the NXT Championship. And look at this now, Penta L0 out of the corner has Wade Barrett. Big crossbody takes him down. And Penta L0, he's got that full, you know, he's got the crowd behind him here tonight, but so does Wade Barrett. Oh! And sadly, one of these men is going to have to be looking up at the lights as the other is going to walk with an opportunity to go to Extreme Rules. Look at this now. Butterfly lung blower. Wade Barrett just gets dropped. But now as Penta L0 looks to take, full advantage of the matchup, Wade Barrett counters with a shoulder tackle. Beautifully delivered. And now as Wade Barrett looks down at Penta L0. But wait, Penta, he goes crashing down to the floor. And Penta not even giving Wade Barrett any opportunity to recover on the outside. Big butterfly, lung blower again. Wade Barrett goes down to the floor. Penta L0, he's currently Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion with Rey Fenix at the current moment. And look at this now, Rey Fenix going right after Wade Barrett. Just kicks him right in the face. Penta's, oh no, come on, not again. Trying to target the arm. And come on, just keep stomping on the fingers of Wade Barrett. How is Wade Barrett going to be able to deliver the bull hammer if, you know, he has no arm to do it with? As Wade Barrett throws him down, and Barrett just keeps continuing the assault here, and Wade Barrett is, just getting under the skin of Penta L0. It seems like out of all the matches Penta and Wade have had thus far, it seems like, you know, when the stakes are on the line, it's going to be even heavier. And, you know, we saw that earlier with Eddie Kingston and Calvin Tankman. They put each other to the limit. And look at this now, Penta just biting the forehead of Wade Barrett. All's fair in love and war when it comes for the NXT Championship. And Penta just taking a bite out of the forehead of Wade Barrett, and you can just see the, you know, frustration starting to build on the face of Wade Barrett, and Barrett with a chop, just getting chopped on the chest. And look at this, just Penta just trying to give Wade Barrett a run for his money. And right now, Penta's lighting him up. What is this? Look at this tombstone position. Into a lung blower. Beautifully delivered by Penta. Slams down Wade Barrett face first. Super kick under the chin. Penta now trying to take full control of the matchup. Wade Barrett kicks him away. And look at this now as Wade Barrett just waits on the outside. He looks over at Penta and he tells him to get back in the ring. Here we go. Penta L0, he took the bait. And now Wade Barrett with Penta in his sights, has him, lifts him up, wins a change. Slams down Penta L0. We could see Wade Barrett walking away as the victor, but no. Wade Barrett, that famous wins a change that we see him do so often. And look at this now, Wade Barrett just stomping in the chest of Penta. Wade Barrett's anger is starting to boil over, and I think he might be running out of time. But Penta L0 able to counter with a kick to the gut. And now, what is this? Penta has Wade Barrett up on his shoulder. And a shoulder breaker. Wade Barrett nearly landed on his neck off that one. And the chops just keep giving Wade Barrett just a pink chest. And now Wade Barrett pulled right into the middle of the ring. Kick to the gut from Penta. Oh no, he has the big man up. And a destroyer. Big destroyer on Wade Barrett. Goes face first. 1, 2. No! Barrett with the shoulder up. Penta L0 did not. I mean, that destroyer last week was what put Rey Fenix away last week, and now Wade Barrett back up to his feet. Penta has him in his sights. Big crossbody. The crossbody takes down Penta, and Penta just keeps delivering on that front. Penta's just delivered so much so much aggression on Wade Barrett. You can just see that Wade Barrett's head is starting to match his trunks, just blood red. And Wade Barrett tried to throw a right hand, trying to go for a drop kick, but he moves. And a bull hammer! Bull hammer to the face. 1, 2. Barrett's walking away with the victory. No. Wade Barrett with the bull hammer. That should have been it right there. But right now, this matchup continues. Barrett puts him on his shoulder. Penta counters, pushing him away. And now, Penta, L0, looking to put him away. Has him up. Pentagon driver. 1, 2. No! Wade Barrett with a kick out, and he rolls to the outside. Pulls him to the outside. And Wade Barrett gets a chance to recover, but Barrett is rattled after that one. And oh no, Wade Barrett has Penta L0 up on his shoulders. And what is he thinking? Oh no. Face first goes Penta on the apron. Wade Barrett now looking to fully put this matchup in the grave as he pulls Penta L0 up to his feet. Trying to go for a big boot, but Penta counters. And now, what does Penta have in mind as he has him up into a torture rack position and a backbreaker to follow? Gets both knees up, and Penta you can just see the blood on Wade Barrett's head starting to open up more. Another destroyer. And now Penta off of the destroyer drops Wade Barrett, kick to the gut, and this is what we saw last week. Fear factor. Dropping Wade Barrett right on the top of his head. 2, 3. Penta L0 gets the victory, defeats Wade Barrett, and Penta L0 closes NXT with a victory and closes off the semifinals as we move towards the final matchup, which means the crowning of the first GPW NXT champion, and that will be at the next Extreme Rules pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, in an NXT rules match for the NXT championship.